Hello guys, welcome back to another interesting video. Today we'll be reacting to this particular video I sourced from Apostle Femi Lazarus. I know a lot of us know Apostle Femi Lazarus. We know that he's a sound preacher and he's ready to come out to talk about a lot of things that a lot of pastors, men of God, wouldn't ordinarily talk about. This particular video, it really stuck out for me because there's a pandemic of people marrying out of the fact that they are pregnant. You marry people based on the fact that she got pregnant for me. I can't raise this child alone. People get into marriages that originally they wouldn't have gotten into the marriage, right? And here's this pastor saying, having his opinion about what do you think about that? Do you think I can actually start my life over? He talked about a lot of things in this video. I will try and look for the fuller version of this clip and I'll drop it somewhere in the description box so that you guys can, go ahead and watch the full video. But this clip I'm going to play is like a reversed, like a summary version of that particular video. So if you're interested in this video, come let's watch this together. I'll be dropping my thoughts during the course of this video, so I'll be breaking it down to drop my opinion so that it's not muffled up at the end, and I would love you guys to drop your opinions of what you think about these different conversations he's going to be talking about. It's a very, very short clip, but I want us to listen with rapt attention, make your contributions and opinions on what you think about this video. So let's get straight into it.
It is possible to be pregnant for a man who is not worth it. That should not be a yardstick to stay there. Restart your life. And when your children start asking questions, own up. That's it. Restart your life. The idea of that because I got pregnant for him, I must marry him, it has killed many women. Sometimes you can be pregnant for a fool, and you two agree that you were foolish. Don't just say he's a fool. It takes two fools. He was a fool, I was a fool. Then we did foolish things. But we gave birth to you, but you are not a fool. Yes. It's not a crime to be born.
I mean, it takes two people to actually make a child, right? And if you get pregnant, what he's trying to say is that if you get pregnant with somebody you ordinarily, I mean, I don't know how to say this, but you slept with a fool. You now got pregnant, and ordinarily you know that you don't want to spend the rest of your life with that person. You don't have to marry the person. I know that a lot of, there's this I think it's a Yoruba thing that once you get pregnant for a man, in fact, your parents would just send you off to that man's place. They will send you off to but this is 2024. You can actually make a decision, because I've been there. I feel like the foundation, a lot of our parents, right, they made a lot of foundational problems. That's why right now as an adult, we look at our parents and we see that their marriage is not thriving. They're not happy in their marriage because they made a lot of mistakes in the foundation. So what this pastor is trying to say, which I totally agree with, I'm not a fan of your wedding, getting pregnant, and you're getting married with pregnancy. First of all, I feel like it just that your pictures, like the pictures you're going to have, I know this sounds very vain, but I'm serious. Like, this sounds very vain, but this is very important to me, and I know that it is to a lot of other people. First of all, your pictures, you don't want to show your children pictures of you're going to be teaching your children chastity, stay stay a virgin before you have sex after marriage. Sex before marriage is wrong, but they are seeing the picture of their mother, who is supposed to be their role model and example, with a big tummy. I don't know, it just, and again, because those pictures are going to speak volume, it's going to last forever. First of all, now if you want to get married and you're pregnant, maybe you get married, you quickly rush the marriage. Some people say you rush the marriage so that the pregnancy is not showing. But I see a lot of brides with big tummy. Some people, like someone like Dinah Kweme, she was actually very heavy, but apparently Dinah had already done her traditional marriage, I think a long time, I think months, and she had moved into her husband's house. So I think that's understandable. But me, I'm just trying to say that, why don't you have your child first like have the child and then you come and have your wedding. Do you understand? Because it's a lot of stress. You know, those pictures will speak a long time. You don't have to come and start, and I know how many times this babe has come up to YouTube, you know, to explain and talk about the fact that, oh, she already did her court wedding, she had done her traditional marriage before she did the white, and that's why she was pregnant. The same thing with Nezeville, you know, a YouTuber in Nigeria. She I think she was pregnant before she did her white wedding. She has explained this 1,000 times on her channel. So you don't have to start explaining these things to people. And when you have a girl child who is going to be getting married, and you have to start explaining, then she said, "For me, but you were pregnant when do you get?" First of all, that one self day. Another thing for me on my end is, you're not marrying the person out of pity. Now, this is on the man's side. You're not marrying the person out of pity. And on the girl side, they're not pushing you off, or you're pregnant for the person. So what am I? And you know that this person originally is not good for me. I will not originally want to spend my life or spend the rest of my life with that person. So why will I have to marry the person because it's okay? Now what this pastor is saying is, it's going to be hard, but you don't have to marry the person. Start your life all over again, because you don't want to have a foundational problem where you now have to suffer for it in the end. Not just you will suffer, but your children will also suffer. A lot of people enter abusive marriages where they don't even love each other. They just had sex maybe once or twice, and the pregnancy got in, and then you can't leave. You are forcing yourself to be married to that person. You're marrying the person out of pity, out of shame, so that you're not, you understand my point of view. I'm not here trying to judge anybody. I'm just giving my own personal opinion and trying to explain, which I totally agree with this pastor. But let's continue the video.
No child should feel like it's a crime to have been brought to this world. No child. But if we do life the way the Bible says to do it, regardless of the hurt you feel, zip up. You will be glad. There is something sweeter than sex. It is the dignity of integrity, that you can stand at the end of your days and say, I served God with my life.
Now, this mistake you're going to make by getting married because you're pregnant. No, there are some people that get pregnant and they are with the right person they love. Now, I'm talking about people that get married because they are pregnant, not because I want to get married at that time, I'm ready to get married. People that get married because they are pregnant are the people that this conversation is for. Now, the child, not just you, your child is going to bear the brunt of your mistake. That's why it's important that start all over again. You don't have to marry the person. I can understand that our African parents can be very funny, but it's important that this is a life decision. You don't want to make a mistake that you're going to regret. No child begs to be born. It's where two people meet and then a child is produced. The child never called them and say, "Oh, mommy, I want to come." No. So no child should be born into pain, recklessness, and a lot of abuse and all of those things. So if we do life the way God has ordained us to do life, we will not get to the situation whereby we are pregnant and then having to get married because we are pregnant. You get? I think the most important thing here, or the summary of this story now, is that premarital sex has a lot of baggage. So it's important that if you can stay away from sex before you get married, please do that, because it will save you a lot of heartache. It's going to save you a lot of pain. Yes, there's a lot of urge, there's a lot of pressure from the society, from social media. Your body is always on fire and all of. Yes, we can understand that, but it will save you more stress than doing it. Let's continue the video.
Follow my footstep. What a life. It's better than any other.
Yeah.
You don't want your children goggling about you and they are seeing your pictures everywhere. Be careful. Jacob couldn't talk. Reuben couldn't talk. The father had stolen it. The son stole what he stole. God wasn't happy with the both of them. That was not what they learned from Abraham, but that was what they were doing. And that's what they were doing to themselves. Be careful.
So in summary, you are building a legacy for your children, whether you know it or not, whether you are whether you know it or not, you are building a legacy. You are an example. You are supposed to be an example to your kids. So if you start off by living a very reckless life, right, it will tell off on your children, whether you like it or not. Your children is going to be the they are going to, like, it's going to show on your kids, let me put it that way. So it's important that you do things the right way. So it's important that we do life the way God actually has ordained it. It might be very difficult, yes, in fact, not even might, it is very difficult to actually stay away from, you know, premarital sex and all of those things. But if you're in that situation where already it has happened, nobody is judging you, what we're trying to say here is that there is still a chance for you to live, for you to actually start all over again and try to make amends from the, you know, the foundation of your life. It might be difficult, you know, it will be difficult, but it's important that, you know, you stay true to, you know, your person, your purpose. You stay true to what God has actually told you to do. And, you know, just, I don't know, but this conversation is not, I know it's a bit sensitive, because we get a lot of, or we see a lot of, there's some churches that would not ordinarily wed pregnant brides. There are some churches that will bless them. There's some churches that will do, and all of those things. But just to avoid certain things, but I'm not judging. I'm just saying that the summary, like, again, like I've mentioned before some people come for me, is that, you know, it's for people who are getting married because they are pregnant, not because some people get pregnant and then they get married with person they love. They are getting married, you know, they are getting married because they love each other. Yes, there's a pregnancy, but this is the person. But some people force themselves into a union that ordinarily I will not marry this person, but because I'm pregnant and because I don't want to be a single mom, and you societal this thing and all of those things, pressures and all of those things, you know, the person goes ahead to go into a marriage that is not for you. So it's important that we pick our lessons from here, and, you know, let's know in the comment section what you think about this. I know that some people have their own opinions and beliefs. Some men will say that they cannot marry you if you're not pregnant for them. I've heard stories like that. If you're not pregnant, I'm not going to marry you. You know, you just want to confirm that you have a womb. My gosh, where do we get all these ideologies from? Anyway, please drop your thoughts and comments on what you think pertaining this video. Okay, will be in the comment section, reply to all of them. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment on what you think about this particular video. I will try to look for the fuller version of this video, so you can go ahead and watch it on YouTube on his channel. So I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.